Right. You've got everyone, right? Right, you can all fall out. I don't like it when you fall out in front of me. It seems professional. Right, tonight, gentlemen, we are going to go over, we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to have a quick talk through familiarization of UXO. Who knows what? Everyone kneel down. Come on, gather around. Come on. You know the drill.
Bring it in. Come on.
Yes, there we go. Kneel down. Everyone kneel down. Who knows what UXO stands for? Think.
Unexploded ordnance.
Oh, that is a big boy. That is what I like to hear. We're going to go through. We're going to talk a little bit about mines. We're going to talk a bit about IEDs, EBIDs as well. Who knows what an IED stands for? Harry, go on. Oh, Stone, you broke the rules.
Sorry, I don't know the rules.
Hey, the rule is you stand up and then I'll nominate you and that person answers. You haven't done it before. We're going to go through VPs. Anyone know what VP stands for? Or VAs?
What?
Or vulnerable points and vulnerable areas. We're going to go through some of our search drills. We're going to do a little bit of an exercise, which is a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of people probably blow up, which is why we're on a teleport pull this evening.
But not us, Blackburn, right?
We're going to go through some route planning, and then we're also going to go through our mine strike drills, both on foot and in vehicle/convoy. All lots of fun, cause lots of explosion. So if you all follow myself, we're going to go into this nice walled safe compound right here. Okay, so next deployment we're going on. We are going on to a coin deployment. We are fighting an insurgent force. What do insurgents like to do? Stand up if you know the answer. Think.
The sneaky crafty bastards who place explosives on the road.
Yes, they like to place explosives in places that we may go, and then detonate those so that they can inflict damage to us. So, first up, J4 have been working very hard on an in-house mod called EODS. It used to be available to the public. It is now only available to the 4th, as we are working very hard on fixing it all and redoing it. And it brings in a lot of functionality that some of you guys may not have experienced before. You'll notice that we have the base Arma 3 IEDs over there, which I will go over shortly, but these ones in front of me are all in the EODS side of things. So, this right here, anyone guess what that is? Prater. You're too quiet. Big boy voice. Still quiet.
Still quiet. So we're not able to see building number one?
Artillery shell.
Correct. So it's a 120mm shell, primarily used in artillery and also things like M2A1 Abrams. So it's a pretty fucking big explosion. You get Sabos types. This is an HE shell. This can be jury rigged by an insurgent. Do you think it will look like this when it is planted? Tuggins.
No.
Big boy voice, come on.
No, it'll be underneath the ground, so I won't be able to see it.
It'll be fucking buried. Cool, fantastic. 120mm shell, very large explosion radius. You will not be safe within 50 meters of this thing. You will go down and you will be injured. Most likely severely injured if this detonates anywhere near you. Moving up the scale, the next one we have is a 122mm shell. This is also available to them. This is all stuff that they can readily get their hands on from the civil war in Tajikistan and ex-Soviet munitions as well as ex-US munitions that they will have captured or found during Iraq and all of their insurgency operations around that area. 122mm shell, primarily used by howitzers, so you don't really want to be on the end of the receiving end of something like this. Any questions about any of these two before we move on? Oh, fantastic. I'm going to arm it in a minute, and you're all going to fucking probably run away in fear. Next up, we can take a guess at the caliber of this. Perry. Big boy voice. Come on.
Standing up to have a look. 105, I guess.
105. It is 130.
Oh.
What is the 130mm shell usually used by? Anyone? Prater. Artillery pieces, howitzers, field guns, yes. This variant is two of them strapped together with what looks like a little bit of toilet paper. Very valuable in this day and age. Finally, moving on from our shells, we have the last piece, which is... Someone's pinging Zeus. I don't know who that is. It just stood up there.
It's me.
Done it. Go on.
155.
It is a 152, so close.
God damn.
What is a 152 usually used in?
So heavy artillery.
There we go. And what is heavy artillery usually used for? Think.
Normally used for fucking... If there's something in a grid reference that you don't want there anymore, you can get it removed.
Exactly. So, what do you think is going to happen when this fucking explodes next to you or your section? Attila.
We'll get removed.
You'll get removed. Right, guys, feel free to get up and have a look at this shit because this is probably the only chance you're going to get to actually get close to it in a safe environment. The next item along from me, this is a shaped explosive charge. This is very small. However, it has a directional charge. So if I was on the left-hand side of it or the right-hand side of it, I may not die. However, if I was in front of it, basically what it does is it melts into a copper dart or a jet, and that will penetrate armor and also certainly penetrate me. Got it. Good bit there. Okay, in front of you, there's a fucking propane tank. Everyone see that?
Hey.
Guys at the front have a kneel down, just so the guys at the back can see it.
Where are the propane accessories?
Propane tank. There's no propane accessories with this one. You find them in B&Q, you can buy them. The insurgents will fucking rig them up with explosives. We'll put C4 in them. We'll put any types of explosives you can find in them. Or they will just surely get to explode filled with propane. This type of stuff, what's the most dangerous thing about this, guys? Right, yeah.
Blends in with shite.
Blends in with shite. Pretty fucking obvious if you see an artillery shell at the side of the road that there's an IED there. A propane tank, on the other hand, you're never going to fucking know. So this is the type of stuff they will get up to hide things from you. Moving over here, we have the base armor 3 IEDs. This is what they will look like. They are quite obvious. They can still be hidden, and you may not see them at all.
There's one thing that you can use if you haven't got a Valon equipped, and it's called looking for ground sign or ground sign awareness. Now, it's something that maybe belabouring the point because obviously you've had a look at some of these that are dug in, but it's just to reinforce for everyone that when you're out and about on the ground, keep an eye out for disturbances such as this. Now, these are quite open. From experience with the EODS, I'll tell you, EODS does not give you lovely illuminated wires and bits of shell for you to see. Generally, it'll just be a disturbance in the ground. It'll look like a fresh hole that's been dug, and it'll be quite difficult to spot. So one thing to do if you haven't got ECM issued like EOD has, because you know the rigid we aren't apparently, is to make sure that you're looking out for keeping an understanding a sign in your minds and keeping out an eye for either a change in the environment you're working in or for disturbances on the ground that you're covering. And that could be anything from if you're in a built-up area, civilians staying away from you, staying away and clearing the area, moving out of a location, through to, like you can see here, just changes to the ground and bits of faff left around everywhere. Okay.
Oh, fantastic. Right, guys, bit of an exercise here, just a bit of a fun one before we go on to talk about vulnerable points and areas, which are places that they would likely plant IEDs. Just a quick one. Somewhere behind you, I'll even give you a clue. It's 2 meters outside of this compound to the southeast, so out the gate. There is a buried IED. I want you all to go out there and look for it. I will give you 30 seconds, and you are then to stop where you think it is. That's outside the compound.
Oh.
That was one. Well done.
Hi. How about the Summer Salmon call round?
Make me God.
Is that it?
You were all very confident over there.
No.
Just trying to see what the fuck is standing on.
Right, be honest with me, guys. Do you think you would have found that if I hadn't cut the grass and I hadn't given you a direction and a range from the compound?
No.
I still can't see it.
No. You can't see it. Is there anyone here that can't still see it?
Yeah, no, that's just fucking dirt. Bit of ground. Bullshit.
It's a bit of fucking dark ground. Someone's buried it. They've left it there for a couple of days. Grass is growing back. Maybe they've got some turf handy from when they did the back garden.
Moss collecting.
So you can see these quite easily. The one that's dug in and actually buried is going to be pretty fucking tough to spot. There was also one within the compound that about 4 of you guys actually saw as well. Congratulations. that was buried just behind you. And you just wouldn't have spotted it. It would have detonated. Okay, Attila, what we're going to do is we're going to have
Make
a
sure
look
you're all wearing
at
eye,
the
bro. Either your visor or
radius
your
of
glasses.
120mm explosion. So this is the
And your
smallest
plugs.
IED that we have available to us, the smallest piece of artillery that we had available to us that they will use, is armed out by that red flag. I want you, Mr. Attila, Mr. Big Balls, as we know, to get to the closest distance where you think you will be safe from that explosion.
I've done this before.
And it has to be in front of this line. I know you've done it before. Come on. Yes.
You realise Attila's like 12. You can't really comment about the size of his balls, boss.
What?
Oh.
It's fine. Okay, I'm good.
You don't want to go a bit further?
Nope.
Platoon, what do you think? Do you think you should go a bit further?
I
mean,
Yeah.
Oh.
That's set
Get
up.
yourself down there, son.
Amazing.
Okay, there we go. Right, who thinks he's going to be safe? If you think he's going to be safe, kneel down.
I'd go next to him.
Go on, Williams.
Go on, let me have him. Let me have him.
Can we
Right,
have
Williams.
a caveat?
Williams has to go 5 meters in front of him. What's the caveat?
So if Williams is 5 meters in front of him, if he goes prone behind that rock, he might be safe.
Williams, get out of the fucking rock. Stand in the open.
Take your explosions like a man.
Tell him to stand to the right. There we go.
Why is he wearing the visor?
Tell him to stand to the right of Attila so he doesn't block the explosion for Attila.
There you go.
You get detonated for crimes against fashion.
Okay, fantastic. Right, so obviously this is a fucking 120mm shell. You have seen the base armor IEDs. Let me just do a little base armor IED for you. You'll see how big those explosions are. They're pretty
Protection, I meant.
pretty shit,
Glasses.
yeah? That's a small one. Here's a large one. Oh, it's still pretty shit, isn't it?
Just stay where you are.
What do you think? Bit shit. Okay, 120mm.
Oh shit, the bed.
Oh shit. Jesus.
Look at that, he's all in the fucking deck.
Hey, you guys alive?
Not a scratch. I'm
Oh, I know.
fine.
Oh, Williams is fucked.
There we go, fantastic. Right, so guys, it will fucking knock you on your ass if you're anywhere within about 100 meters of it, because it is a very fucking large explosion, and will be ringing for significantly longer than ours were. Do you think those guys could get closer to it?
Oh,
Right, go on
Williams
then.
got hurt. Williams is still alive.
Right, do we think we should up the caliber without telling them?
Please.
Yeah.
Well, we're right on top of it at the moment, so either way.
Can we do the maximum caliber?
The
Also,
maximum, what, the
Bill's taking
152 or the 130 double?
Bill's
I know,
taking
130
leave
double.
from
Ooh,
over here
130
next time.
double.
Why about both?
Can I go and stand behind
Why
you,
not
please?
both? Indeed,
The
Tuggins.
130 double sounds like a fucking
You guys
skateboard.
are scared you can stand up.
Right, so they're just looking at the IED at the moment. So the 152 has a lot of fucking shrapnel. This is a 130 double. I'm even going to bury it for them. And now I'm going to dial it on my mobile phone. This is what a 130 double looks like, so you can imagine if your section was nearby. It's not a fucking pretty sight.
I had a step back, that shrapnel went straight by where I was standing. Oh, one of them's still alive.
As you can see,
The hero.
Attila, perfectly fine.
Like an absolute champ.
He's just having a nap. It's all
Little
good.
bit of metagaming going on there. But Attila's perfectly fine. Williams, unfortunately, a little bit worse for wear. Okay, right, we're going to go for the
Respawn
biggest
Williams.
one. What I want you all to do is get as close as you can where you think you will be safe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant the biggest one. Off you go. Go on. We're going to have a look at what that
Off you go.
explosion looks like.
Oh, shit.
It's just yeah, we've got the same idea there, Johnson.
Oh, shit.
I'm very safe here.
He knows he's probably going to get us even here.
Of course it is, probably.
You can't. Yeah, it is.
Hey. So where's last? Oh, fuck it, I have had Tuggins. He's big enough.
Aw. I'm trying to lose weight, Stone. Oh, that's not good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's the secondary.
You guys good?
I took most of the guys out down there.
Tuggins protected me.
Johnson went tier 1.
I fucked up. No, I'm not tier 1.
Archie's alive, Till's alive, Averson's T1, Perry's okay. Is it, anyone's ear still ringing? He's alright.
What?
Bob.
Right, gents, what I'm going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of an exercise. So if you can all form up in your sections behind me, I'll get something prepared. Right. Everyone see that Union Jack? Right, here's the name of the game. I need you all three sections, I need you to be formed up in line with each other. So formed up as you are. You need to be exactly in line with you.
Blackburn to the front.
Here's what's going to happen, right?
Fell to the front.
So the first section to get to that flag and back to me will win a prize.
What's the prize?
Question.
A nominated member will receive a personal gift from me.
Oh.
I don't want a finger up the bum, thanks, mate.
I will also be giving
I'll take it.
as well.
Oh,
I don't want two fingers. I don't want two fingers.
Right, this is to be done tactically. You are to patrol to that area and back. You are to get there as fast as you can. There are live IEDs out there. You are to move as a
Right,
section.
Blackburn,
This
Till,
does not warrant just
I
fucking
want
sprint
you-
and go for it.
2 metres apart and
You ready?
baseline, and we'll follow on.
Roger.
Angus, your section's a little bit further behind.
Right, 3 sections, take control of your weapons, visitors.
You are not at any point to move
Everybody else
outside the
behind
red
me.
flags.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go, Bash. Marsh, bring it up, second man.
Time consuming.
next fielder.
Moving.
Right, we're rigid.
Huh?
If the man in front
We just have to switch up a bit.
Moving.
If the man in front of you were exposed, you know not to step there. I was going to say screen.
Holding.
Holding.
But like, last.
But watch your spacing, guys.
Having your arcs when we hold and scan
Charlie,
your
Charlie
arcs.
1, just FYI, you're all grouping up a lot as a platoon.
Oh,
I don't know if
I
the
got
section on the
confident.
left has an idea to maybe push left a little bit. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
Holding for spacing.
Force everybody to the right and maximise the clock.
Are we going to get to a flag?
Moving.
Yeah, you can.
Contact ID.
ID.
Get the deck.
Contact ID.
Lovely.
Sound off by the numbers. Tell your number 1, Blackburn 2.
Fucking eye frozen off my head.
1, you good?
You're still on the wrong net, Williams.
Wait one.
Tuggins, you awake?
Tuggins hit. T3.
Right, so.
Till you up.
Pulse down.
If you've got Zeus, can you just heal the guys from it?
Tuggins, I've got you covered.
Blackburn's
Do your best
T4.
on med.
Everybody else sound off. Are you injured?
Raj.
Yeah, you're T3.
7.
Okay.
Tuggins T3.
We've got Bridges T1.
First bandage
I'm assuming
applied.
that's still way out there, T1 in the field.
Second bandage applying.
I'm just broken all over, to be honest.
Tuggins back in. Are you okay, Crater?
Okay.
Oh mate, I'm green to green, I was on the far side of the splash.
Oh, lucky.
Roger, understood. Continue on with tasking. We will get 3 med to you imminently. Over.
Can you hear me, Crater?
I can, my dear.
This is Bridges,
The
not
flag
sure
is
if it's
on.
Zeus, but I've come to.
Nice one. Guys, follow on. Tell hold position for now. Let's track back slightly and find the blue marks.
My thing didn't beep and then it blew up, so obviously we got to prepare for that.
Right, tell drop back and start marking routes. Drop it down to walking and try and focus on quality rather than speed.
Tuggins preparing to move. Tuggins moving.
Got Blackbird behind you now, he'll follow on and keep marking the route for you, Till.
Holding.
Holding.
Dodds, could you please not desync way off to the sides?
Lee, get your weapon out. Thank you.
Oh,
Right, remember your daytime spacing, guys. Take cover.
Anyone hurt?
Crate, are you okay?
120.
Alright. 1 up. 2 up.
3 up.
Moving out. 5 up. 20 up.
7 Tuggins up.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was for others.
Extra up.
Are you speaking? Your lips are moving, but I don't hear anything. What the bird stop singing?
Tell us, slow it down a bit, we'll lose the sight of you through the bushes. And start angling yourself southeast.
That's tier 3.
Stepping off.
Tuggins prepared to move. Moving.
Holding.
Holding.
Guys, when we're holding like this, watch your herringbone. Bridges, I'm covering east, so you'd be covering west, and so on and so forth down the line.
Hey, can we put these,
Roger.
The Wildcat.
I need to remove myself off battalion HQ.
Everybody knows what our spacing is.
To confirm, there is no IEDs that we won't hear the beep. All beep, right? They've all got metal, so you should be able to detect them.
Stepping off.
Tuggins preparing to move. Tuggins moving.
Right, we'll only detonate them if we get within
Holding.
2 meters of them.
Holding.
If you keep going straight towards the flag, you'll miss it, but it'll be on our left.
Elton, can you do me a humongous favour? What do you want? Just go around Zeus. I'm not sure how much lead you want.
Stepping off.
Moving.
Oh, so 1, 2 out of 3 tier 3s. Back right.
Holding.
Holding.
Take on.
Cover.
Anyone hit? We'll just hate shit. Two is up.
3 up.
4 up. 5 up. 6 okay.
7 good.
Lost man good.
Remember that song by DJ Jazzy Jet? Take the room. Big fan.
Stepping off, Tuggins.
Moving.
Holding.
Holding.
Tell, once you've cleared a circle around the flag, we're going to take it a jog and we're going to go back down our proven route. Okay, Tell, jog it back down. Blackburn, jog it back down. Section jog. Keep it running up, we have to go all round the flag.
Moving.
It's fine, head back down the line, Tell.
We all have to go around the pole.
Everybody has to go around the pole.
Also, you missed one, Williams.
Trap the route, boys.
I don't think you stepped on it.
Prove
No, it was behind me.
Yeah, that one went off on its own, by the way.
But that's also what they can still do.
Use a proven route, boys. Fucking hell.
I can't see it.
That motherfucker!
Follow the guy in front.
That
Trigger, let me know when you're around the pole.
You heard that too, right, Tuggins?
Yeah, the phone.
Come on, Grady, you fat bastard. I'm sorry I took cover because I heard a Nokia ringtone. You did exactly what you were supposed to. When you get back, line up or a munch.
I mean, should sprinting through a minefield have time deducted for bad drills? I'm not
No,
sure.
it's this proven route, boss.
Would you sprint through it?
Except that he didn't
I'll
follow
do it
the
if
blue
there
process,
are
did he?
Tuggins or enemy forces
Doesn't matter,
looking
1-3's
to
made
fire
it
upon
first
us while we
anyway.
go slowly through a minefield, I'd run through it. Try to get out of that open area as quick as
Well
possible.
done.
You like it, Williams. You like
Well
it.
done, gents.
Well done.
3.